Here's a daily reminder that the Democrat Party and woke corporations think black people and brown people are too stupid or too helpless to have a photo ID to vote. Hello once again, all my fellow patriots and you filthy leftist stalkers out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Box. So you're watching Angela's Soapbox, where I always say what you were thinking. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking or rumbling this channel. When I say liking or rumbling this video, commenting on this video, and of course sharing this video, especially with your filthy leftist friends, because they really hate me. And for me, that's a badge of honor. Okay. Y'all, do you remember when we were growing up, sort of giving away my age here, whatever, cares. Those of us who grew up in the 70s and 80s, and certainly if you were born before then, you remembered how communism, just loomed large over everything, right? And how we just thought communism is never going to go away. It's just going to be something that is with us and has to be fought. We are seeing that kind of attitude happen with the woke and the DEI and the blue-haired transgenders and all the things that we had to suffer through for the last 15 years. It's really interesting to watch how things are changing and how quickly things are changing. So let's give the sea turtle a killing plastic straw. Bless. Just give them to all the DEI hires and all the DEI coordinators and all those people at BM, as I call Black Lives Matter, who are just losing everything. Isn't it a pity? Okay. Okay, so I was thinking about this the other day. Fred and I were watching this show. I can't remember, I don't know what it's called. It's some streaming on History Channel or something like that. But it's basically like they go and they find these structures that they're like, how the hell did they make this structure? Not necessarily like Stonehenge or the pyramids, but like other things. And so they were talking about this one structure in communist Bulgaria. And it's this big, massive thing. And it's like, this basically this monument to communism. And they're like, how do they create this thing out in the middle of in the mountains in the cold? And they talked about the 10,000 volunteers that helped make this thing. Anyway, it was a big deal. And they had effigies of Stalin and Lenin and Marx and Engels and all the communist greats and the Bulgarian communist leaders, and the USSR actually helped to dedicate this thing when it opened to the public in 1981. And it was again, a monument to communism. It was a big deal, okay? And so I remember being as a kid, not really understanding USSR communism, whatever. I just knew that that's what we called it, and we knew that it wasn't great or anything like that. And then when the wall came down, and again, this communism, this thing that basically ran roughshod over the 20th century, we thought we were never going to get rid of it. And it was making inroads in Latin America, and it was making inroads in Asia and all the things. And we thought, okay, there's no way. There's no way we're going to get rid of this. And then what happened in 1989? The Berlin Wall came down, and it just started. It was like a domino. It was a fast domino, how quickly communism collapsed. And I think because there's nothing to back it up, it was all a Potemkin village. And so that is what we're seeing now with the woke and the DEI and the free spirit, the four spirit lesbian fire chief, that whole thing. It is crumbling down very quickly. And I think the end of the Biden administration is really the Biden administration is going to be seen as a colossal failure and probably even more corrupt than Obama's. I think when we find out just how corrupt Obama was, Biden will be like, hold my beer. And he's a criminal and he's corrupt and just grossly incompetent. But I think we're gonna look back in this time of 15 years when the deep state really had a stranglehold on everything, and we were like, how are we ever gonna get out of this? It's getting so bad. We have, Twitter is completely controlled, and Instagram's controlled, and Facebook's controlled, and social media. You can't get anything out there, any narrative that goes against what the deep state wants you to believe or what the legacy media wants you to believe is immediately censored. You're deplatformed. Y'all, I remember being in a panic when my Instagram and Facebook got nuked after I posted a meme about Audrey Hale, essentially, the transgender shooter. And it was totally nuked. I was I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have Facebook. I don't know what I'm going to do. It was wild. And that's a whole other side story. That's kind of another amazing God wink, but maybe I'll explain that one day. But anyway, the point is, is that we all thought we were going to be stuck in this matrix of hell forever. And there were people that were woke, that were already awake. Obviously, those of us who didn't wear a mask or get a vaccine or do all the things that they wanted you to do, we were already awake. But we were like, is anyone else going to wake up? Is anyone else awake? And slowly but surely, we all started realizing it was starting to go away. And let me tell you something. The election of Donald Trump, when he won for the third time, let's keep it 100, his re-election this last November was a hard stop for the end of this woke and this DEI garbage and this nonsense. Like, line in the sand, we're not going back. And that's when the world understood, oh, wait a minute. You mean I'm not alone? I'm not crazy? You mean everyone else agrees with me and everyone else wants to get back to normal? You mean we can actually get back to normal as a society and not be ruled by a bunch of literal psychopaths and people with mental illness? Like, can we do that? Oh my God, we can. And so what we're going to see is very similar to the end of communism. You know, the wokesters in the universities, they're going to hang on, but I think they're either going to do one of two things. They're going to do what either Zuckerberg and Bezos are doing and kissing the ring and trying to kiss Trump's ass and get on his good side because they know what they've done. They know, and they're just going to hope that Trump is like, all right, well, at least you're along for the ride now. Like, let's just let bygones be bygones. That's what they hope happens. I don't know if it will, because they committed crimes and they did evil things to people. Or they're going to kick and scream against it, and they're going to have fits, and they're going to, just take all their drama out on their family members. Like, that's what's going to happen, but it's going to be quick. And it's going to be like, at this point, they're just flies. They're just shoo fly. Get away. Get away. Get away with your pronouns. Get away with your transgenderism. Get away with your DEI. Get away with your non-meritocracy. Get away with the excusing of horrific behavior in schools because they're black. Like, we're all done here. Like, America is so back, okay? And when Trump got reelected, that showed it to the world. And now, because of that, everywhere around the world is going to start saying, hey, we're all done here too. Like, just like the end of communism happened like that. And we didn't ever think it would happen. That's how quickly the woke mind virus has been finally broken from the collective mind of the world. And the world realizes, wow, wait a minute. I wore a mask for 2 years. I wore a piece of paper on my face to try and stop a virus particle that was 0.5 milligrams in size. Like, I did that, like, willingly. Like, I willingly put a bioweapon in my body because Joe Biden told me to do it and Dr. Fauci told me to do it. Like, let me step back and miss the lightning that's going to hit me, because I was part of tormenting people and torturing people that didn't agree with me, or saying that January 6th was the most bigger than 9/11. I did that. I'm not saying me, I'm saying you people that did that. Yeah, it's going to be quite a reckoning that you're going to have. And you can either have some humility and say, boy, I really made a mistake there, and try and correct your mistakes, or you're going to go down with the ship. Like, either way is cool with me. Like, we're going to keep moving. Like, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to make America great again and make the world great again. You can come along for the ride or not. But I do think it's wild to see how the last vestiges of woke are just going away just like that. Like, look at Facebook, for example. Facebook, censorship central, talking about we're going to get rid of the tampons in the men's bathrooms. And it's like, you step back and you listen to that. We're going to get rid of tampons in the men's bathroom. Like, that is so batshit crazy to even have to say that would even be a sentence that comes out of your mouth. But yet, the psychopaths gaslit us for 15 years, and certainly the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years, into thinking that men can have babies. Like, of course they can. What are you, a bigot? So it's just wild. Like, you're going to be like, how did we ever think that was even a thing? And yet, you dummies did. So, again, come along for the ride or get the hell out of the way. Now, speaking of getting the hell out of the way, Senator Knee Pads, the boil on the ass of history that she is getting ready to be shuffled off She's going to have to re-up her Wine of the Month club. But she wanted to let you know. She came out on her ex account the other day, and she's like, I just wanted you to know I canceled all your student debt. Heifer, you can't do that, okay? It's illegal, and the Supreme Court says you can't. But by all means, keep tweeting about it because, you know, it'll be good fodder for the prosecution one day. These people are, you know, in a sane world, in a just world, all of these people are going to go to jail. And they know it. So that's why they're trying to kiss Trump's ass. So I hope he doesn't fall for it. I hope these people go to jail because they deserve to go to jail for what they've done to the world. And what they've done to the world is on the level of what the communists did. It is pure evil. It is stifling of the human spirit. It is stifling of speech, stifling of thought, stifling of free expression. And these people need to be ground into the dust so they never raise their faces again, ever. All right, that's where I'm going to leave this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in the next one. Thy will be done. Bye.